What's going on, everybody? I am the BatDuck, and you are the internet. Welcome back to another video. Today, we are going to go over my favorite Pokemon of each and every single category that Pokemon has. I am a big Pokemon fan. I did Pokemon earlier on this channel a while back, and I plan on doing some more Pokemon stuff. I'm trying to figure it out, but Pokemon has been a thing for me since the very beginning of my life, essentially. I've been playing since at least Diamond and Pearl from my earliest memories. I believe Diamond and Pearl were my first games, and then I eventually moved into playing the older games. I played every single Pokemon game, so I think I have a pretty good, categorical mind about my favorite Pokemon. And let's kind of just get into it. Let's start off with Gen 1. My favorite normal type from Gen 1, there's a lot of good choices, but there's nothing much better than the big boy himself, Snorlax. I think he's just adorable, and he used to be my favorite Pokemon of all time. That's changed over time. We'll get into that later. Fire. You know, everyone picks Charizard. I get why they pick Charizard. But I've never really felt the love for Charizard. It's just been a thing for me. I never had that thing for Charizard. And I'm going to try not to do repeats throughout the video. Try to avoid repeating for, like, if Charizard would also be flying type, it could technically be my favorite flying type. I'm not going to do that. Just going to try to make everyone be different, except for like the other the stuff like starter, gimmick form, legend, stuff like that. But I'm gonna pick Arcanine. Arcanine's been my favorite fire type in Gen 1 for a while now, and he's one of my top favorite fire types of all time, so I think it's a good choice. Water, a ton of other choices here as well. This actually might be a little bit harder. I'm not a big Blastoise fan. Psyduck's pretty cool. It's my girlfriend's favorite. I think I'm gonna go with Slowbro. He's always been cool. He's awesome. I think he's hilarious. I think his dumb little face is adorable. Grass, it's pretty easily Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur had been my favorite for a long time. That's changed over recently. So we'll get into that later in this video. Moving into electric, there's not a lot of choices here. I'm going to go with Jolteon. It's one of my favorite evolutions. It's not my favorite. We'll get into that again later in the video because Eevee has evolved over time. Pun intended. I just think Jolteon's cool. He's my favorite Gen 1 of the three that we have of the evolution. And none of the other electric type really speak out to me. I mean, Pikachu is pretty basic. I understand a lot of people love Pikachu. He's the mascot. Whatever. Magnemite and Magneton, I love them. We'll get into them a little bit later as well. Voltorb and Electrode have never been part of my favorite group. I've never liked them in the first place. Electabuzz is pretty cool, but he doesn't get cooler until he turns Electivire. And Zapdos is probably the most boring bird of the three big birds. So ice types, there's not a lot to choose from. I'm gonna go with Cloyster. I think Cloyster is my favorite out of all of these. There's not much else to like. Lapras is cool. A lot of people like Lapras. I never really got it because it's a one form thing and it doesn't do anything different. I mean, you can surf on it and it actually will be Lapras in some games, but in Articuno, I'm not a big fan of the big birds of Kanto. Fighting types, ton of great choices also here. I think I'm gonna go with Machamp. Machamp's been just cool. He's got the wrestler bell as well. I'm wearing my wrestling t-shirt today, so you know, I think Machamp is a good choice. Poison, there's a ton of poison. I chose Bulbasaur for grass, so we're not gonna choose them. I'm gonna go with my next favorite poison type that's like, ever existed, really, and that being Nidoking. Bro is a fucking beast. I love him. He's great. Ground types, not as many as like before, but we got Nidoking again. But Nidoking is out of the race here. You know what? I always name my Sandslash as Sam, and there's a reason why that. I used to love Sandslash. I'm gonna go with Sandslash. Flying types, we also have a great inclusion here. I'm not gonna pick Dragonite here because there's not a lot of Dragon types in Kanto. I believe he's probably the only line here, so we're gonna choose someone else here. Gyarados is great. He's awesome. Scyther's also awesome. I'm not a big fan of, I'm not like the greatest fan of Gyarados, but he's up there for me. Scyther, I mean, cool bug type, and that's probably the only cool bug type that's ever existed in Kanto, so we're gonna save him for bugs. But I think I'm gonna go Aerodactyl. I think he's just cool. He's Aerodactyl, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Psychic type, there's a lot to choose from. Everyone loves Mewtwo. I chose Slowbro earlier. But man, I'm not a big fan of Mewtwo. I'm not a big fan of Mew. They've always been like lower on my list. Never really got the appeal behind them being like everyone's favorite legendary, I'm gonna go with Alakazam. Bro I love the spoons in the mustache. It's amazing. I love him. Bug types, so I talked about this earlier. Scyther. Really, are you really gonna choose any of these other types? Unless they're like your favorite Pokemon? No. Rock type, we took Aerodactyl. I'm gonna go with Rhydon. He's just my favorite out of this group. I don't really have any reasoning behind it. Ghost type, there's not a lot to talk about. It's just Gengar. Dragonite is gonna be my favorite dragon type. I mean, again, not much choice. Dark type doesn't exist yet. Let's just go with this one. The ghost from Lavender Down. Steel. Oh yeah, there is this type. So good thing we didn't choose him for electric. I'm gonna go with Magneton. And no, it's like a Magnemite. Magnemite's just cuter. Fairy types. Man, there's not a lot to choose from. Jigglypuff is cool in the anime. That's all I really have to say. Bulbasaur. I know I said no repeats, but technically it's not really a repeat because it's a starter. I'm talking about the main types that I will not overlap. I'm gonna go Bulbasaur. Gimmick form. Oh my god, I totally forgot about how many gimmick forms are in over time. There's a lot to choose from. I'm not a big fan of the Gigamax forms. I never really understood those. Like, I understood them, but like I never really care for them. That being said, I'm gonna go with Charizard X, I believe. You can't tell me that's not awesome as fuck. So, Legend. Man, the Legends sucked this time around. I'm gonna go with Articuno. But I'm not a big fan of any of these. Oh, it's telling me to choose a favorite out of all of them. Oh, okay. It's Bulbasaur. He's still up there in my top 3. I love him. Not my favorite anymore, but I love him still. Going to normal type with the Gen 2. Oh my god. There's not a great choice here. Okay. I'm gonna go with Girafarig because I've gained love for it with Paldea coming out. Otherwise, I wouldn't really care for it. Fire type. Houndoom's pretty cool, but I might choose him for dark type. I never chose Cynical or Typhlosion or whatever you want to call him for my starter. I was always a Totodile guy, and we'll get into that in just a second. But I think I'm gonna pick Ho-Oh. I just have an attachment to Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh has been my dude for a while. For Alligator, easily. I love fucking Totodile and for Alligator. The whole line is amazing. Probably the best line in my opinion in Gen 2. So I didn't see there'd be much of an issue there. Man, there's no grass types in Gen 2. Oh, and you got the worst fucking line of Pokemon. You have all these people. I'm going with Celebi. There better be a good psychic type, because I really don't want to come back here and try to choose Meganium as my favorite fucking grass type. I hate Meganium. Electric types, not much existing, but there is one of my favorite electric types of all time, and that's been the Ampharos and Mareep line. I love them. They were basically my channel mascot for a while. For the Pixelmon series, but ice types. Can I play? Okay, thank you. Swinub, cute as hell. Turns into Mammothine later on. Awesome as hell. Fighting, not much to choose here either. Heracross, cool dude. Not my favorite fighting type of all time, but favorite fighting type of Gen 2 apparently. Poison types, Crobat expands on to 2 iconic Pokemon and it's just cooler, a little more badass. Alright, ground types. What are our steel types? Our steel types are pretty cool. This can be Bug. Okay. I think I'm gonna save Steelix for steel type. And I'm gonna go with Quagsire. I think he's derpy as hell and I love him. Alright, flying types. Oh my god. There is not much to choose from here either. I'm gonna go with Murkrow. The Murkrow line is just, I love them. I think they're cool as hell. I tried to get them during my RCS playthrough, but I couldn't because they like to bully me. Okay, there's a bunch of second types that should not be here. What the fuck? Let's go with the SBI. Bro's cool. Bug type, we're gonna go with Scizor. We're just evolving with the Scyther line here. Scissor's cool as hell. Just a perfect addition to Scyther's line. Yeah, like how can you not say Scyther? Like all these guys, no. Rock type, Tyranitar would be a good choice here, and I think he's the only choice here, so we're gonna choose him. Also, I love Godzilla. Godzilla's awesome. I wish I had some more Godzilla like stuff around, but I don't. there's no choices for Ghost, so I guess Mischievous is my favorite Ghost type. Dragon, same issue with Mischievous. Dark type, oh, I'm not going to go with Houndoom because Umbreon exists. I totally forgot Umbreon was Gen 2 for a second there. I don't know why I always think it's Gen 3. But they are my favorite evolution. Umbreon's awesome, especially that shiny. I know everyone gets giddy over that shiny, but can you blame them? Steel, like I said earlier, we're going with Steelix, my boy. Fairy types here, I don't really care for either. We'll go with Azumarill. Starter for Alligator. Gimmick form here. Oh, Ampharos, the hair is gorgeous, like fantastic. Legend here, it's Ho-Oh. I think it's pretty easy to see from my fire choice. It's the only legendary I've chosen that was not under the legend category. Now my favorite Pokemon of Gen 2, it's gonna come up between Ampharos and Feraligatr. I love Steelix, badass. Ooh, Umbreon also is. Man, Gen 2 has a lot of, like, they don't have a lot of good Pokemon in my opinion, but they have a lot of favorite Pokemon of mine. It's gonna be hard. I'm gonna pick Umbreon. I think that's the only choice there. Gen 3 is one of my favorite gens that I've ever played, especially with the remake. I think the remake added on to the Emerald plotline, and it just did it perfectly. But getting into our normal type pickings, it's going to be between Slaking and Exploud. Exploud is probably my favorite normal type, besides Snorlax. We'll see later on when we get to like the top favorite normals. But I love Exploud's just design and like character look. Fire types in Gen 5. Man, there's not many either. I'm gonna go with Blaziken. Camerupt would be close, but you can't beat the fire chicken. Oh, water types. Ooh, this is a little bit hard. I have a soft spot for Sharpedo and Wailord. Those are my two big boys. There is Wailord, but I'm gonna save him for ice, I think. I'm gonna go with Swampert. We might move this around when we get to the ground. I don't know. Grass types. Not too many to choose from, but it's Burloom. Bro is cool as hell. I know people love Subtile, but Burloom is my Subtile. Not too many electric types. I'm going with electric because he's the coolest one, but there's not many electric types to choose from. Yep, we're definitely going with Wailord here. If you don't want, if Sphila or Wailord are not in your ice or water, what are you guys doing? Fighting types. Oh, we have an issue here. You know what? Let's go Ludicolo. I like Ludicolo, and then let's put Burloom here. I think that's fine. Not many poison types to choose from here. Survivor is cool. He's got a little blade on his tail. Cool tail. Ground types. Oh, shit, it's Groudon. 1000% it's Groudon. I don't think there's any choice here. It's Groudon. Flying types. We're gonna run into Dragon, so I'm gonna stay off of Rayquaza. Why? There was just Dark Lugia here. Okay, cool. Or Shadow Lugia, as they call him. I'm just gonna go with Altaria. I think Altaria is the best one of the two Dragon Flyings that are normally accessible in every game. I mean, Pelipper is cool. I have Pelipper from my... No, I'm gonna go Pelipper for my Omega Ruby run. It was one of my favorite Pokemon to work with. Psychic Pokemon. We get the Deoxys's. Metagross. I'm gonna go with Gardevoir, actually. Metagross is gonna go for Steel. I like Aggron, but we're gonna go with Metagross when we get there. Bug types, not much to choose from. Armaldo is gonna be my basic choice. Oh no, we can choose Aggron right here. Aggron's cool as hell. Ghost types, get some more ones. I like Banette. I like Banette's design. I think it's creepy. I think it's cool. I also think it follows in line with every other Pokemon. That's a sign of a good ghost type, that it can be creepy at the same time as being cool and not standing out. Dragons, we're gonna go with our buddy Rayquaza. Bro is a beast. He's one of my favorite legends of all time. We're Groudon and a few that we're gonna talk to you about later. Dark types. You know what? We don't even have to like be upset about leaving Sharpedo out. He's gonna be our favorite Dark type. Steel, like I said earlier, Metagross, being the fucking G that he is. Fairy types. Oh, you know what? We're gonna change our psychic types. I'm gonna choose Jirachi. I've never used a Jirachi, but I have one. And I'll put Gardevoir here. Starter, it's Swampert. He's always been the guy I run with. Gimmick form. I love fucking how Swampert's fucking gets just yoked. There's also the Omega ones. I'm gonna pick Omega Groudon just because I like how the way he looks, and I think he's just my favorite. It's also the one I played when I played Omega Ruby. Favorite legend is there's a toss between these two. I'm gonna go Groudon. I just think Bro's cool as hell. My favorite Gen 3 Pokemon, it's either Metagross or Swampert, I want to say. But I always use Breloom in my playthroughs. I used Breloom in my most recent playthrough with in Violet. So that's a good choice. Wailord's also up there. I'm gonna go with Swampert though. Gen 4 normal types. It's easy Staraptor. I've always used him. He's been one of my favorite Pokemon since I was a kid. So easy choice there. Fire. There's not many choices here, so we're gonna go pick Infernape because he's just the obvious choice. Water types. I never used Empoleon. I can remember. Gastrodon's cool as hell, and I think I'm gonna go with Gastrodon. I usually use the blue one or green one, whatever you want to call him. This is my choice. Torterra is my favorite. One of my favorite starters of all time. I don't know if he's my favorite of all time, but he's one of them. He's up there, really like. Way up there. We're gonna save Magnezone then. And you know what? I know everyone loves Luxray. He's kind of been mid for me. I'm gonna pick Rotom. I love how he can just change in every form. I think it's cool. Ice types, Abomasnow. I like Abomasnow normally, but it looks like we don't have any choice. Oh, we do have more choices. Oh, we have Mamosnow. Mamoswine, whatever we call him. It's a good choice. I'm gonna stick with Abomasnow though. Bunny types, Toxicroak. I love Toxicroak. Bro's a fucking G. He's badass. Roserade. Thank God I said it right. That's Roserade. Roserade's cool. I have a shiny of it too, so like that also helps it. Ground. We talked about Gastrodon earlier. We talked about Torterra earlier. You know what? I left off Mamoswine for a reason. It goes right here. Flying types. I talked about Murkrow earlier. We're gonna use Honchkrow here because I already picked Staraptor. Not many psychic types to choose from. I'm not really in love with any one of them here. I'm gonna go with Gallade just because it's God of War like variant. So, bug types, Yamaga, cool as hell looking. There's really much to say. Steel, oh shit, rock types. Oh, Rampardos is my dude. I love Rampardos. If I can get Rampardos on my team, I'm gonna use him. That's like my general rule. That's gonna be hard. That rock is gonna kind of be hard to choose from. Ghost types. Oh, it's Giratina all day, baby. Either Giratina works. Giratina is probably one of my favorite. It's up there with Groudon and Rayquaza with my favorite legendaries. These are all the dragons. I'll pick Dialga just because that was my first game. This was Diamond. I'm not in love with Dialga, but you know, whatever. Dark type, Darkrai. I have a shiny Darkrai that someone hacked for me. It's stuck in home, but Darkrai has been it's been hacked into my system for a while. I don't want to release it because I have emotional attachment to it, but you know. Magnezone is going to be my steel choice. I like Magnezone. That's why I was talking about Magnemite. That's my... Magnezone was in my Gen 7. I love him. Not to be fairy types, I'm going with Togekiss. I think that's what it's called. Starter, Torterra. Easily, we talked about it earlier. Torterra is one of my favorites, if not my favorite starter of all time. Gimmick form. Man, these suck. Oh my god. I'm gonna go with the Abomasnow. I think it's cool looking with them being on all fours. Legend, like I said, let's go with the normal Giratina this time. And my favorite Pokemon in Gen 4. This is a lot harder than I thought it would be with the other ones. You know, weirdly enough, I'm gonna go with Toxicroak. I've used him like 4 times. I love him. Bro's a fucking G. Now, Gen 5 was the first games I finished, and I played both Black and White, and I played Black 2, I believe. So, yeah, I love these games. So, it's awesome to look back at these games. Bravery is a good choice. I'm gonna go with Stoutland though. I think I have a shiny Stoutland as well. Bro's just cool as hell. Get that regalness to him. I can't wait for the Gen 5 to have, you know, I don't want them to put remakes, but I want them to have like the Legends of Kiro, and I might use a Stoutland there. Fire types. What are dragons looking like? There's a ton of dragons. We'll be fine. I'm gonna pick Reshiram. My favorite, not my favorite, my first legend that I ever had. So pretty easy choice there. I also have Emboar, but I'm not a big fan of Emboar anymore, sadly. So water types, we don't have a ton here that are like great. I think I'm gonna go with Caracosta. There's not much choice, man. There's either that or Seismitoad. I'm not a big fan of Samurott. I know a lot of people love them, and the rest are just kind of mid. Grass types also mid as hell. What the fuck? Yeah, grass types are mid as hell. Let's go with Ferrothorn. I don't know. Electric types. Ooh. Interesting choice because Zekrom I also played with a ton. Zebstrike is cool. Electros. That's Electros, right? Electros I think I'm going to choose because I used it in a playthrough once a while ago, so I have some history with it. Not many ice types. Gonna go with Kyurem. Simple, really. Not many fighting types here, but I do have emotional attachment somewhat to one of them, so it's gonna be Emboar sticking that spot. Yeah, nothing really is that great here otherwise. Scrafty's cool though. You always forget about Scrafty. Not many bug types here, not many poison types here. I'm gonna pick Scolipede. Moving to ground types. Ooh, this is interesting because I have attachment to two of them. That being Electrodrill. Oh my god, I cannot talk. That being Excadrill and Crocodile. Crocodile is my favorite Pokemon of all time, but we have to probably save him for Dark. No, we don't. We actually don't. It's gonna be Crocodile. Easily there. Flying types. Not many there. Also to choose from. You know, it's Braviary. We didn't choose beforehand. I'm gonna pick Braviary. For our flying type. Psychic types. Victini. Also, along with Darkrai, one of my first act Pokemon. Again, I was like 10. Don't blame me. Bug here, I'm gonna go with Volcarona. It was my only other choice on fire besides Emboar, so I'm gonna choose Volcarona. Rock type, got nothing really going on. I'm gonna play. This is Dwebble. This is. I think I'm gonna pick Crustle. I had Crustle my first playthrough of Black. Yeah, Black. I have some attachment there. I like it. Like when I got these two to deal with what's her face in the 4th gym in Nabasta City, so this didn't really work out well, but he did. There's not many ghost types here. Cofagrigus is cool. Definitely gets better in Gen 8. I'm gonna go with Chandelure though. I think it's just cooler. Dragons. My favorite dragon here. I think I'm just gonna go with Black Kyurem. I like it more than White Kyurem. Just because of how this stance is, because like look at that, it's like it looks like it's too heavy to move, and I think that's cool. I like big Pokemon who look like they're gonna like literally legitimately just a kaiju. Dark types here, we're gonna go with Zoroark. That's why I chose Crocodile earlier, because Zoroark was here. I think Zoroark's cool. The gimmick, not too much, but I think the design is awesome. We'll talk about Zoroark's. Also, other design is amazing. So our steel types here is Excadrill. Like I said, with Crocodile is between those two. Not too many fairies talked about here. Okay, favorite starter. I'm gonna pick Emboar simply because that's the only one I really played with ever. Gimmick form. What the fuck is that Garbodor? I know this is the Mega. What is it? The Gigamax? That's disgusting. I'm pick the other no, even though I don't like it. Favorite legend. Oh my god. I'm going with Brush Around. But yeah. Favorite Pokemon out of Gen 5 is gonna be Crocodile. Bro is a G. Gen 6 took a turn from Gen 5 where Gen 5 had 150 new Pokemon. I think Gen 6 had like 60. It was the least amount that was ever added to a gen, I believe, at the time. So I don't know if that's been beaten from Gen 7 or 8 or 9. So yeah, let's just get into it. Favorite normal type. Man, these Frufros do not look like what I remember them looking like. There's not much here to choose from. Really, I'm gonna pick Heliolisk simply just because I think he's cool. I haven't used him. I plan on using him eventually, but it might be a few years before the Kalos remakes come out or whatever includes those. Favorite fire type coming out of Gen 6. We're not gonna use the Groudon because I talked about the Groudon earlier. Charizard's cool. I'm gonna pick Talonflame. I like Talonflame. Favorite water type out of Gen 6. I could go with yoked up fucking Swampert. It'd be funny as hell. Not a Greninja fucking stand as everyone else is. But Primal Kyogre looks cool as hell. I like Sharpedo, but Primal one, not Primal, Mega doesn't look that great. Grass, I picked Chestnut for my first playthrough, but I'm gonna go with Go-Go. I have a love for him after playing Violet, so. Favorite electric type, you know what, I'll go with Rustler or Pikachu, just because I used that in my playthrough and I think it's cool as hell. I think that's Rustler Pikachu, yeah. No, that's not, this is Rustler Pikachu. That's bad, I didn't see it before. Favorite ice type from Gen 6, not much to choose from here. I'm gonna go with Aurorus, I think that's what it's called. Fighting, again, not much here to choose from, but I think I'm gonna go with just Mega Lucario. I know it's a cop-out because we picked Lucario earlier, but, like, can you blame me? Favorite poison type, I have a love for poison types, and, you know, we chose Bulbasaur earlier in Gen 1, I'm gonna go with Mega Venusaur. Favorite ground type, man, not much to choose from here, but you know what? I've been talking about Yoked Up Swampert. We're gonna pick him here. Favorite flying type, there's a lot of Vivillons. Oh, shit! Talking about my favorite Pokemon all the time now. What's our dragon types looking like? We're actually back in Rock. You know, right now we're gonna pick my favorite Pokemon right now of all time. That'd be Noivern. I love Noivern. I used him in every playthrough I can. Violet, he was my fucking G. He's just awesome. Psychic types. Not much to choose from here. We can go to Mega Gardevoir. We can go to the Latioses and stuff. We can go with a lot of Megas. That's what it's looking like here. I'm gonna try to avoid Megas as much as possible, because those are kind of cop outs. Let's just go with Delphox. I don't really care for Delphox, but you know, whatever. Favorite bug type? Oh my god, there's nothing here besides Vivillon. And Megas. Oh my god. Mega Beedrill looks cool. Rock types, we're gonna go with Tyrantrum. I was confused between the previous evolution and this one. Tyrantrum, T-Rex fucking Pokemon. That's fucking badass. I love dinosaurs. That's cool as shit. Ghost type Pokemon, Aegislash pretty easily. Don't know why they have both forms here because it's just, I mean, the same Pokemon. Dragon types here, I picked the two that I love the most, with Tyrantrum and Noivern. Actually, let's see. Noivern doesn't have any much other competition for me right here, so we're gonna just go with Goodra. Goodra's cool. I need to get one. I'm very close to getting one in Violet. I just need it to fucking rain. Dark types, I did pick Greninja earlier. Mega Tyrantrum looks weird to me, in my opinion. I'm just going with Greninja here. Again, I'm not Greninja stan like some people are. Favorite Steel type. Man, I already used my Aegislash pick. Ghost types. You know what? I like how he's just hiding behind his gym. He's gonna go here, and then we're gonna pick Aegislash here. Fairy. Man, there's nothing here either. Wait, Altarion's a fucking fairy type when it Mega Evolves? I did not know that. Let's go with Sylveon, though. Pretty simple pick there. We need another starter. Not another starter. We need another evolution, I believe. We have gone almost 4 generations. Well, the 4th generation after Sylveon was introduced before we get another evolution. I believe we should get a poison type, in my opinion. Favorite starter? I'm gonna go with Greninja, even though Chestnut was my guy. Favorite gimmick form? Man, let's just go with one I haven't chosen yet. I think I'm going to go with Mega Rayquaza, who's behind me, even though I am tiny right now. Favorite legend? Not a big fan of legendaries of this one. I'm gonna go with Vivetto, just because he's cool looking. I played X too, so like I wanted Y, but Y was not in stock at my GameStop when I was like what? This is 2013 when I was 11. So my favorite Pokemon out of Gen 6, pretty simple, it's Noivern. We talked about this earlier. Favorite Pokemon of all time. Favorite normal type of Gen 7. Gen 7 is one of my least favorite ones, just because it's fucking too slow, and it's boring, and the Pokemon suck, in my opinion. We'll talk about that in just a second. We'll talk about all the Pokemon in this. Like, look at this. This sucks. Toucannon, I used in my party for a little bit. It goes there. Favorite fire type, not too many here. Marowak is badass. Favorite water type, Gallespeed, I think that's the name is. Again, this is where I started not like learning every Pokemon's name. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty well versed on 8 and 9's Pokemon in the Pokedex. Just Sun and Moon really did not grab me at all. Grass type, I love Decidueye, so he's cool there. Favorite electric type, Mega Raichu. I know a lot of people like Vikavolt. I'm not a big fan of it. He's just cool as hell, though. Ninetales. Easy. Low Ninetales is cool as hell. Literally. Cool. Favorite fighting type. What? I see, this is also why I don't like Gen 7. It's the fucking Ultra Beast. They look stupid as hell. I'm going with, Kamoa? I fucked that up. Favorite Pokemon poison type? Oh, Alolan Muck was my dude in that playthrough. Alolan Muck is why I beat fucking Sun. So, I love Alolan Muck. He's the only one in this generation that really gets a pass, in my opinion. Mudsdale, cool, whatever, I don't care. Favorite flying. There's no flying types. What the fuck? Well, let's change our normal type bid to. I don't. Let's go a little Eradicate. I don't really care. Toucannon goes here. Favorite psychic type. Man, there's nothing here. Well, let's change our electric type bid. Let's go with Vikavolt. Might as well, right? And change this our favorite psychic type to Alolan Raichu. I love the change up with Alolan Raichu. Favorite bug. Man, okay, you know, we're gonna repeat here. Go with Gold Speed. Oh, favorite rock type? We're going with Lycanroc, the dust form? What do I call it? Lycanroc is cool though. I like him. I would rock with the Lycanroc now. I didn't with a Violet. I don't even know if they're in Violet. Favorite ghost type? Oh, Mimikyu. Mimikyu is cool. Mimikyu is adorable as well. It's one of just like the Pokemon like community in general loves. Favorite dragon type? I'm gonna go with Executor just because I think it's funny as hell. Favorite dark type? Other poison types are here. Nothing too good here. Going with Cineroar because he's in Smash. That's the only reason why, really. Favorite steel type? Man, the steel type's stuck in this gen. Oh my god. I go with Solgaleo because I played Sun. Favorite fairy type? Man, that Mimikyu pick's now feeling bad. Favorite Marina. Favorite starter, Decidueye. Favorite gimmick form, I forgot. We're just still got a fucking gimmick form? What? No one told me about this. I never heard of this. It looks fucking weird as hell. But you know what? That's fun. That's fun. I like that. Weird as hell. But my favorite gimmick form is probably gonna be the Muck, because I just have attachment to it. Favorite legendary, man, these suck as well. I'm gonna go with Solgaleo. My favorite Pokemon. Oh my god, is my favorite Pokemon literally gonna be a Gen 1 Pokemon? It's gonna be. I'm gonna pick a Alolan Muck. That's sad that your Gen is that bad that I pick a fucking gimmick form over any of the new ones. Gen 8 was kind of my visit to Pokemon and actually falling in love with it. Gen 7 kicked me out of the basically community for like 10 years. However many years it was between Sword and Shield. It took me a while to get Sword and Shield too, because I just wasn't really into it because Pokemon, I didn't really find the reason to get Sword and Shield. But you know what? I gave in and I fell in love with it. So let's get right into our favorite normal types. I'm not a big fan of many of these normal types here. Hisuian Zoroark is going to be it though. I would always think that's Gen 9. I would call it that Gen 9 in my opinion. Favorite fire types. Let's go Hisuian. Arcanine. I can tell you a lot of these are going to be Hisuian because I love Arceus. Water types here, not looking too great in my opinion. A lot of these are kind of mid. That's disturbing. I don't really like any of these. I really don't like the starter. Palkia looks weird. That's disturbing. Dreadnought's cool, but like, I'll go with Dreadnought, I guess. Water is not my favorite there. Favorite grass type. I never remember the starters' names in this fucking region. It's the only problem I have with this region is the starters. I'm gonna go with Applin. He's cool. Favorite electric type. Lucky is pretty cool. Morpeko, I want to call it. I don't really understand it, but cool. I'm gonna go with Textricity though. Ice types. Kind of mid here as well. Oh my god. Let's go with a low. Oh my god. It's not Hisuian. Is it Galarian? Is it Galar fucking I can't remember his name. You know what? Snom. Easy to say. Favorite fighting type. These are fighting types. I totally forgot about that. Let's go with Zapdos. I think the Zapdos is much better than the normal Zapdos. That is sacrilege, I know, but like, I prefer this one over it. Favorite poison types. I talked about Toxtricity earlier. We're gonna obviously skip around that. Also, Gigamax Swamp, badass. We're gonna visit Slowbro or Slowking actually. Let's go Slowbro. Favorite. This is ground type. Man, these ground types suck as well. Runorigus is cool. I like how it looks. It's gonna be my Cofagrigus pick, I guess, because Cofagrigus I would have picked in Gen 5. If it wasn't for Chandelure, so. Favorite flying type is Corviknight, easily. Unless there's a steel type that isn't good, Corviknight is my favorite flying type in that gen. It's one of my favorite flying types in general, so, can you believe me? Favorite psychic type. I'll go with Articuno. I like the birds in this region better than the ones in Gen 1. Maybe it's because they're new and different. Bug types, Scorch, I think. I don't really care. That's the Gigamax version. Rock types, man. Let's go Carkol? What do I call it? Colossal, that's what it's called. Favorite ghost types. What are the dragons looking like? Yeah, so I'm gonna hold off on Dragapult here. We're gonna go with someone else. I can do Hisuian Zoroark, but I'm gonna go with Stoned Out Typhlosion. I think this is my choice in Arceus, the Typhlosion line, because I don't really like the other ones, but I think Typhlosion was just cooler. And like I said, we're gonna go Dragonpult here. One of the cooler pseudos that ever exist, I think. Dark types in Gen 8, not that great here. Oh my god. Thought they'd be better. Well, let's go Moltres. We already have all the other birds. Let's go with them. Steel types. Wait, weren't you in the other game? What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna go with the Goodra. The Hisuian Goodra. Fairy types. Let's go with Grimmsnarl. Don't really have a choice here. I don't really like the other ones here, so. Starter. Oh my god. Okay, at least we get the Arceus ones. I'm gonna go with Typhlosion. Oh my god. Oh, favorite. It says gimmick forms. Sorry, it's gimmick forms. My favorite gimmick form of Gen 8. Ooh, this is tough. Moltres is pretty cool. But I'm gonna go with Arcanine. No, I'm gonna go with Hisuian Zoroark. What I'm talking about. Hisuian Zoroark is badass. Favorite legendary. None of these really, besides birds. Which one's my favorite bird? I'm gonna go with Moltres. And my favorite Pokemon of all of Gen 8, it's gonna be Corviknight, I think. Corviknight's cool as hell, so. Gen 9, the most recent gen, one of my favorite Pokemon games of all time, in my opinion. Runs a little slow, but other than that, I really don't have a problem with it. And some of the evolutions as well, I have a problem with. But we're gonna go start with one of the better evolutions, and it being Farafrig. So, cool as hell too. Fire types. Oh. I don't know what it's called, but because I call it, mine's called Frank, so that's all I know by it, but I think it's called Skeldurge. Water types here, I hate this fucking line so fucking much. I really wanted one, but I have Violet, I don't have money for fucking Scarlet, and I really don't want to replay it again. But Roaring Wake, I'm gonna call it, is cool. Grass line, Masquerada's cool. I'll pick Masquerada. Electric types. I love that this is already here. I love how derpy it looks. I love this Pokemon. I think it's great. But I won't be able to access it until someone trades it for me. If you get one, trade it to me. I will give you something back. I don't know what. I'll give you the other version. I'll go find another one. I'll go battle another one. I don't really mess with electric types in Gen 9 that weren't already previously talked about. I'm gonna go with the Tyranitar one. I don't know what it's called. Ice ones. Oh, I still haven't gotten the legendary here. I'm gonna go with Baxcalibur, just because I think it's cool looking. It's Godzilla. It's like the Tyranitar looking type thing. Fighting types. I want to say the Slitherwing. Slitherwing. I'm gonna go with Let's go with Slitherwing. Poison types. There's not much to choose from here. I don't know many of these. Oh, Cloud's here. Cool. Ground types. Let's go with the Volcarona one. That's future looking. I have Violet and I still don't know what it's called. And go with Cloud's here. flying types, not too many great ones here. Very limited. I don't think they have... Wait, do they not have their early route fucking flying types? Is that not a thing? That kind of sucks. A quick Kilowattrel. Psychic types, again, not many to choose from here. Frafrigs here. Charcadet's evolution, I think. Not many bug types here, but low kicks looks cool. Rock types. Oh, oh my god, I can't remember its name, but I have one. I walked with it for most of my playthrough, then I got rid of it because I needed an upgrade, but it's cool looking. Favorite ghost types here. Let's go with Annihilate. I think it's cool looking. Dragons. Not many to choose from here, which is weird for our fucking gen. At least in the recent years. Let's go with Miraidon. I have it. That's all I have to say about it. And dark types, the dog, because it's sad, and we had to save it. It made me feel something for once in a Pokemon game. Steel types. Oh, Tinkaton. I love Tinkaton. Actually, we're backtrack the Tinkaton thing. We're gonna go with Iron Shreds, and then go with Tinkaton here. Tinkaton, I love Tinkaton, even though I love Clover Knight. I think it's I used her through my whole playthrough, even though it was pretty weak. It helped me out though. Favorite starter, I'm gonna go with Skeledirge. That's pretty easy. Favorite gimmick form, let's go with Toadscruel. Favorite legendary, not many here I really enjoy. What the fuck are these? I haven't seen these yet. Actually, that looks like a Caracosta like evolution. I'm right on, because it's the one I have. My favorite Pokemon of all of Gen 9, the newest generation, it's Skeledirge. I've loved him since the beginning. My favorite normal type of all time out of our friends here. It's a difficult choice here. We have a ton of great ones. Gonna go with Staraptor because I just have more emotional attachment to it. Favorite fire type of all time. There's a ton of great choices. We have 2 types of Arcanine in here. We have a Ho-Oh, we have Reshiram, we have Talonflame. You know what? I'm gonna go with Talonflame because that Gen 6 run was amazing. And Talonflame was a badass. Favorite water type of all time. Feraligatr. Pretty easy. Man, these grass types are not the greatest things of all time. Bulbasaur is gonna win automatically out of that. Sadly, out of Torterra. Just because Bulbasaur is still in my top 3. Electric types, Ampharos. There's no other choice there. Ice types, I'm gonna go with Wailord. I've probably been saying his name wrong this whole time, and I kind of feel bad about it. Fighting type is definitely the weak branch here. I think that I'm not a big fan of many fighting types in general, but it's gonna be Toxicroak. Favorite poison types of all time. Let's go with Alolan Muck. I think bro's cool as hell. Favorite ground types of all time. Crocodile. Simple. I was talking about him earlier. I was gassing him up. Oh, Noivern. Favorite Pokemon of all time right now. Favorite second type, I'm gonna go with Alakazam. Easy and accessible and really powerful. Can't go wrong with that. Favorite bug type of all time. Let's go with Volcarona. I think it's a good choice. Favorite rock type, Rampardos. Pretty simple. Favorite ghost type, okay, this might be a little more difficult. Mimikyu is cool, but I gotta go with Giratina. Simply, just like that. Favorite dragon type, well, we have 4 legendaries here. Okay, that's saying something. My favorite dragon type is Noivern, so, I'm gonna go with Rayquaza out of all these. Favorite dark type is Umbreon. Pretty simple there, I think, as well. Favorite steel type, I'm gonna go with Aegislash. I have had a lot more experience with Aegislash in the most recent years, so favorite fairy type, I'm gonna go with Gardevoir. I don't want to hear what anyone else has to say about Gardevoir. Favorite starter is gonna be Bulbasaur. Favorite gimmick type of all these is gonna be Ampharos. Pretty simple. Favorite legendary is Giratina. Did I make the choice that fast? My god, I made that choice really fast. I didn't even think about it. And my favorite Pokemon out of all these is Noivern, like I said. Favorite regional bird? Starly. Favorite regional mammal? God himself. Favorite box legendary? Oh, on the box. I was really fucking confused. I'm like, what's a box legendary? Like I said, Giratina. Favorite mythical? I don't understand this. Is this Reggie still, or is this fucking what's his face? Melmetal. Look at a Darkrai. Favorite regional bug. I don't really care for the bugs. Let's go with this one. I don't know what it's called. Favorite Ultra Beast. I don't have one. I'm not marking that. Favorite pseudo. Metagross probably. Favorite Paradox. And I'm a big fan of. I am a big fan of Paradoxes, but I don't know them too well. I'm gonna go with the Volcarona one because I think it looks the coolest. Favorite Pikachu clone. Just gonna go with Rustler Pikachu. Favorite type. I think it's Steel. I'm gonna go with Steel. Favorite Pokeball. You know I like that quick ball. I like it quick, man. I don't want to like wait here. Evolution Umbreon pretty fast. Favorite fossil Pokemon. Rampardos, pretty simply. We talked about that earlier. Favorite regional form. Okay, this is a little bit more difficult. Okay, we got a lot more choices. We got a little Muck out there. We got the Suian Zoroark. I think I gotta go with a little Muck just because I have more experience with them. Favorite I don't care about Vivillon. I'm gonna leave it. Favorite Gigamax. I haven't seen all of these, so I'm gonna go with the Fat Pikachu because I think it's a good callback. There's different Alcremies. No, we're not. I don't. Favorite baby Pokemon. Rylou. Rylou's cool. And favorite new Evo that's ever happened. Oh, Steelix up there. I already chose Umbreon for my favorite one of whatever category. I think I'm going to go with Steelix. Tell me, guys, what your favorite Pokemon of all time is. I thank you guys for watching. I am the BatDuck, and you are the internet. Remember to subscribe. It is always free. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.